Arise, so compatriots, Nigeria's call, obey. I don't know if you still feel like obeying Nigeria's call, because as I am like this, if another nation call me, I am obeying. Let them not come and carry me. I'm trying to be as patriotic to Nigeria as possible, but somehow Nigeria is not patriotic to me or to us as a country. And it's beginning to get very draining, especially with the things happening in the society. And that is what this video is about. I'm doing something, I'm talking about the state of the nation as it affects us as citizens in this country. So in the comment section, feel free to express your frustration, because this video is more of a rant / update on what is going on in the nation as a whole. Now it's election period in Nigeria, and as young as I may be, as I am, not maybe, I am actually a very small girl, at least I've lived through 3-4 general elections in this nation. Let's say I was not here when we had the old military regime and the old coup was happening, understandably, but democratic election, I've seen at least 4 of them. Okay, Renoni, that's the list I have seen. So I don't understand why this year, it seems like every year we feel like, oh, this is the year where there's going to be so much chaos, but somehow it's better. Every year gets worse than the previous year. This is even more draining. This 2023 general election period is even more draining because we have a lot of things going on in the nation. There is fuel scarcity. There is the naira to naira exchange. I don't even know what to call that. The old withdrawing some naira notes from circulation and bringing in new denominations, new currencies into circulation. There is the election fear, election fever, the campaign, and all of those things just giving Nigerians headache. There's a kidnapping and unnecessary death. A lot of Nigerians have died in the course of this whole fuel thingy. Hi guys, and welcome to this channel. If I say you're here, this is GISTUBE TV, and in this video I will be talking about what is currently going on in Nigeria, the fuel scarcity, talking about the hike in fuel prices. It's not even like fuel is scarce. It's expensive to buy for the average Nigerian, and there is no cash to even buy it. And I want to talk about Nigerians actually hurting Nigerians. And forgive me if I get a little bit heated, because I'm actually beginning to feel heated all over again. I'll try my best to calm myself. But yeah, if you're interested in that video, please join me. Sit back, relax, watch me. All right, guys. Sometime last year, Governor Emefiele, actually CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele announced that there was going to be new notes in circulation. They're going to change the faces of 1,000 naira, 500 naira, and 200 naira in circulation. Personally, I wish they had changed 100 naira, because you see a lot of dirty 100 naira notes in circulation. And when I heard just 200, I felt like, leave 200, change 100 naira notes, or maybe add 100 naira to the whatever you want to change. But that did not happen, and they gave us a deadline of the 31st of January that everybody should deposit their old currencies because new notes will be in circulation. But for whatever reason, 31st came, a lot of persons went to deposit, and February happened, and we no longer have naira notes because the new naira notes are not in circulation, and Nigerians are hungry because we are basically a nation that deal with cash. There was a cashless policy that was introduced several years back, and they made the minimum withdrawal, they reduced it, and then the ATM thingy was happening, the machines and all that. But they now said they wanted to revisit the cashless policy thingy, and from the 9th of January 2023, banks were instructed to no longer pay out people with savings accounts anything more than 500,000 naira weekly, and if you run a corporate account, you can't get more than 5 million naira weekly as cash withdrawal. And ATM withdrawal was also limited to 20,000 naira per person. Then it happened to be 30,000, and it was just all somehow because we are basically a cash dominated society, and coupled with the fact that even the new currency was not in circulation, a lot of persons were stranded for cash. And while that was happening, fuel prices were beginning to get high. Petrol distributors, fuel distributors, marketers hiked prices for fuel. We couldn't afford them, 350 per liter. It was just getting worse. And so you're either queuing for fuel, or you're going to get naira notes in the banks because you can't get it at the ATM. Most of the ATM machines were not loaded with cash. And if you have to queue, you can't get past a certain amount of naira. And it even got worse to the extent that even full attendants refused to use the POS that they used to use, point of sales machine, where you put your ATM cards in and they debit to you. You can't no longer do that because they are also trying to make money from that by selling this. I mean, how do you even sell naira to a Nigerian? I don't understand that. So they sell these cashes to POS attendants and you have to give them cash. So you can finish buying your fuel thinking you're going to use the POS machine, but you now have to park your vehicle with the tank with petrol and then start looking for cash to take out your vehicle from the petrol station. So it was a little bit, I mean, the past few weeks has been really, really terrible for Nigerians. And then we had banks, not being able to dispense cash. And CBN summer was still going into these banks. I mean, EFCC officials, ICPC officials going into these banks, and they were getting money in the vaults of these banks. And I'm like, you're putting these bank persons at risk. Bank officials are at risk. Did you see a trending video of a certain man who was naked in a banking hall? And a lady was trying to calm him down to say, I will attend to you. Do you know the son of this naked man actually attacked this woman, busted her tires, because her face was shown as a bank official, and the son was angry, saying, why didn't you give my father money? Which money? From my own pocket. Actually went to attack this young lady. Videos of bank officials having to climb ladder out of their organization because their lives are at risk. And EFCC officials, ICPC officials are showing what the vault looks like. That busted my head. When you enter a banking hall, Abi, is it me? You see just the banking hall. You don't know where the vault arena is. You're not. I mean, prior to that, I don't even. What did the bank vault look like? Until I saw it on Instagram, they're showing me what the vault looked like. I'm seeing the old lock. Why is somebody not in the finance world seeing that in that branch? Even I don't see why a branch of a staff of a bank from a different branch is even in the vault of a bank in another branch. Not to talk of. See, if you're an official of a bank in a different branch, personally, I don't think you should know what the vault of that same bank's branch somewhere else looks like. But EFCC and ICPC official are now taking phone touches into vaults, and I'm seeing the lock of vaults. Well, God be with everybody that is a bank official. God be with you. How are people doing in this period? I hope you are fine, and I pray you get out of this. Now, a lot of persons feel like the OCBN cash thing is, what's it called now? They feel like it is politically motivated, and it's an attempt to ensure that the whatever election it is that we are doing in Nigeria does not, maybe it happens, but that they will be able to postpone it, that they are waiting for Lagos to actually revolt. There's been protests going on in several states. Ogun State has protested. Abeokuta, somebody was even shot. Thank God he's not dead. A man allegedly slumped in a banking hall and died because he had not eaten. We've had situations like that. They've destroyed several ATMs, ATMs in different states or your state, several places. We've seen a lot of things happen actually in the nation, but somehow we are trying to get together and just act like it's fine. And they're now saying that they want to, at the end of the day, postpone election, that is why CBN is doing whatever it is that they are doing, or that is why Emefiele is doing whatever it is that they are doing. And I'm like, if before election is postponed, if when we have a date for election, we are going through this, and Nigerians are these tense, there's so much tension in the atmosphere, what will now happen if they now postpone this election for another 4 weeks? I don't want to know in Nigeria where they postpone this coming general election for weeks, so because that is going to be I don't even know what is going to happen, except the old cash exchange thing will also be fixed in that period. Because thank God that the Supreme Court has already said CBN should not withdraw all the old notes in circulation anymore following the postpone what was it called now, following, should I say, the adjustment or the adjournment of the end of circulation of the old notes. Supreme Court has said that we should keep spending it side by side until eventually it gets out of circulation, which is what we suggested happened in the first place. But because we are mere citizens and our voices are not being heard, we couldn't convince CBN official, Godwin Emefiele, we couldn't reach him to say, just let us keep spending this money until it eventually phases out in circulation, because we don't have enough of the new notes in circulation. Then there's the old PVC situation. It even said that they have the PVCs of some persons seized or withdrawn. I don't know. I'm trying to not put my mouth in election in Nigeria because, of course, you know that this channel, we are not being sponsored by any political party. We have no affiliation. This is just me saying what Nigerians are actually complaining about in the society. Please note that disclaimer, people. Thank you and God bless you. All of these are allegations. Into Jesus. Thank you and God bless you. But really though, in the comment section, I want you to share your opinions. Let me know what you think concerning the whole situation in Nigeria, from the fuel to cash circulation, to elections, to everything going on, the light that we don't have. You know, somehow Nigerians just don't have light anymore. So I want to hear from you in the comment section. Share your thoughts, your opinion, if you want to rant, but please make it civil and respectable in the comment section. If you have any comment that does not, you know, abide by YouTube's policy, best believe you are going to remove it. Don't even stress. Let's be very factual with ourselves. Thank you very much for understanding. I'll see you in the next video though. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye guys.